Hi everybody, happy Thursday. Doreen from Door Designs. Hope you guys are all having a great day. On today's tutorial, I'm going to be doing one of the wreath kits that I had yesterday on Wreath Kit Wednesday. And it's going to be just a little bit different because we're going to use a long garland to actually fill in the back of our grapevine versus putting in all the different greenery going around the grapevine. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of a shortcut. I've already attached the sign, so I'll kind of walk you through how I did that. And I've already cleaned my grapevine, which means I just went through and cut off any loose ends that I thought, or any pieces that might have a, kind of a sharp, jagged edge. But before I get started, real quick, I'm going to go back over the glue pot again. I'm getting tons of questions about it. My glue pot's just an electric skillet. I keep it on 325. I use Gorilla glue sticks that I get at Walmart. They come in different lengths. If it's a longer length, I just cut them in half. And if you're new and just using a glue pot or electric skillet, on mine, I set my temperature, like I said, about 325, and I just drop my glue sticks in. Once you drop those in, they will just melt. And you want it kind of a thick consistency, or not thick, but kind of like a pudding or something like that. And then once you're done, you just turn your glue pot off or your electric skillet. Your glue's going to get hard, which is great. And then the next day or the next time you design, you just plug it back in, leave it on 325, and all that glue is going to melt. You do not, I repeat, you do not take the glue out of the glue pot. I don't think I've hardly ever cleaned this glue pot, and I've had it for years. So anyway, I hope that helps for you guys that have questions on it. It's just, and there's all different types of glue. I don't know that much about the other kind because I've always just used Gorilla Glue and had really good luck with it. So if you have any questions, give me a shout out again about it. Okay, so today's design, we're going to be using, like I said, this sign on this grapevine. I've already got it attached. And on this, if you got the kit or you have these, it comes with an attachment right there that's got one of those jagged holders on it. And all I did was I took a zip tie and I fed it through the little holder here. This one's a little bit bent. Through the holder. There it goes. And I just took this long edge and put it through my grapevine, brought it up and around, and just zip tied it. And I zip tied it down nice and tight, so it's not going to go anywhere. Now, it may move a little bit here, but once I get everything on, it's not going to move anywhere. If that movement bothers you, you can glue on a cable mount and use a pipe cleaner and attach it in a second spot. But I know it's not going anywhere, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that's what a cable mount looks like. And you can get those off Amazon or hardware store. Okay, so I've already got this on. So what I'm going to use for my filler is this long garland that I got, I think, at Hobby Lobby last year. And I think I got it after season, so I think it was like 60 or 70% off. After the seasons, I look for things like this and I store them because it's such a good price and they're so versatile. So what I'm going to do, my plan is I'm going to fill this in from about over here all the way around and bring it up. So my leaves are going to soften a little bit of this and soften a little bit of the bottom of the pumpkin. Some of this is going to get covered, but I really don't care if I can't see that metal leaf because the bulk of my design is going to be in this. And then I've got a nice pretty bow that we did in the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And I'm going to use some smaller zip ties to zip tie in my garland. It's going to look pretty full at first, but just hang in there with me, and when I get done, hoping we have a nice pretty design. And I'll try not to put my back too far to you. I almost need my glasses with these little bitty zip ties. Okay, we're going to take it up. So as I'm taking it up, it's going to make the base of my wreath look much bigger than what it is. can't see with all these big thick leaves. Just a couple more spots. And I'm taking it down kind of lower on the bottom because I do want some of my grapevine to show through. It just kind of gives it a fall effect of the grapevines. You could use wire if you wanted. You could glue these in if you wanted. I'm just kind of a zip tie fan. And I'm going to take one more up here. Okay, but the last one in, zip tie, clip that off. I'm going to zip tie that in one more spot because I want these bottom leaves to come up a little bit. Okay, so see how nice and full it looks with just that garland going around it. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the bow that I had made in the kit right here. And this is the bow. And that's what came in it. Now, I did add raffia when I did my bow. So on the very top, instead of doing my loop I typically do, I just tied a little bow of the raffia and I zip tied that in. So we're going to zip tie that one down. And I'm going to put it right over on this side. And all I'm doing is feeding my zip tie through the grapevine. I'm going to put it right through the bow. I'm going to put that nice and tight. Okay, and we'll cut these tails back a little bit. But see how nice and full you've got it with just 3 things: the garland, a bow, and your sign. Okay, I'm going to cut the tails back a little bit right now just so I can kind of get a better feel of where I want some of the different picks I'm going to be adding to it. going to curl some of these ends. Okay, now I'm going to add just some different florals, possibly. I've got some of this wheat or straw that we're going to add in because I want to break up some of the color. So I've got these really pretty green flowers, or if you wanted, you could go with more of a neutral color. Let's see. I think I'm actually going to go with these. I thought I was going to go with the green, but I think these kind of pop a little more. So I'm going to add a couple of these in. And these also came from Hobby Lobby last year. I'm going to stick them in first to make sure I like the placement of it before I glue them in. Cut that end off right there. Okay, I'm going to use the 3 flowers, and I'll stick them in a little bit further, but I left it out so I could kind of see where I want the placement. But I'm going to put one up here at the top, and then one over here about 5 o'clock, and one over here about 8 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those in. I can make them a little bit shorter. Here's an up closer look of when we've added the flowers, nice and big. Okay, I do want to add a little bit of the wheat just to add some different texture in here. I'm just going to pull these apart. And I'm just going to stick a few in first to make sure I like it. I typically do that so that way before I glue it, I can kind of judge where I want the placements to be. I like how that's kind of adding a different dimension to it. And I'll bring it closer because it doesn't look like you can see it very well from the back side here. So this is what I mean. I'm just kind of adding a little bit different texture to the design. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those in. One more piece up there at the top. Okay, we've got all of those glued in. Nice and full. And I'm going to kind of rearrange these leaves a little bit. Pull these glue sticks off. Okay, I am going to add a little bit of a blue color in here because for me, I don't like designs that have all the same color scan all the way around. So everything is all of the oranges and the creams and the beiges and the rust colors. So I want to add just something that'll make a little bit of these colors kind of pop out a little bit. So I am going to take some of this greenery and with some little florals on it with the blue. I'm going to add this in every so often. You don't have to add this blue. You can add whatever colors you want, or you can leave it all the fall same colors. I put some little blue berries in between my bow. And I'm leaving the flowers kind of long because I like that free-flowing movement in my designs. There's another piece of it. And I'm going to put one more little piece. So I just want you to see a little bit of the berry coming out up the top. Okay, let me fix my bow, and then I think we're about done, and I'll show you a close-up of it. Where did I put it? Oh, there. I have a little hole right there that I don't like. So I'm going to take a little bit of the leaves that I have left over, and I'm just going to stick them in there. There we go. I actually just glued that last piece in. It was easier than trying to see where my zip ties were going to go. I'm going to cut a little bit of my raffia back. It's kind of long in spots. See, when you stand back and look at it, you start to see little holes that you've missed. And that's what's great. If you have a little bit left over, you can just start filling in. I think I am done. And what I typically do, I walk away from it, and tomorrow morning I'll come back in and look at it before I post it in my shop to see if anything I want to change or anything I've missed. And then the other thing is too, is once I take pictures of my designs before I post them, 9 times out of 10, after I take the picture and look at it, then I can see things that I want to change or add. But for tonight, this is what it looks like. So there's how I added a little bit of the blue, just to kind of break up all of the orange and the creams and the green. But it's nice and full, it's lightweight, and it was easy to do because the bulk of the filler was all on this garland. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Nice and quick and fast, kind of just starting out with some fall and stuff like that. And like I said, this was the kit, the bow and the sign from Wreath Kit Wednesday that I did yesterday, because I did the green one, and then we also had the blue one like I showed you. Let me put this up real quick. The blue one was with this bow, if you like the blue instead of the green. So thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm Doreen from Door Designs. I will have this listed in my shop, my online shop, and that is shop.doordesigns.com. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to be notified, you need to go up there where the 3 dots are and click on it to follow. And then once I post the videos, you should get notified that I've got a new video out there. So have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.